Have you ever wondered why some people seem to get everything they want, while others fight the same battles year after year? Here's the brutal truth. Your weaknesses aren't just harmless flaws. They're silent saboteurs, working against you every single day. Most people think weakness is part of their personality. It's not. Weakness is a choice. And every day you keep choosing it, you're choosing powerlessness. Machiavelli understood something. Modern society tries to hide from you. Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are. The world doesn't reward good intentions. It rewards strength, precision, and results. Today, we're going to expose the weaknesses that are quietly sabotaging your life and learn how to eliminate them before they destroy everything you've built. But first, ask yourself this. What if everything you were taught about kindness and patience was designed to keep you controllable? Weakness isn't something you were born with. It's something that was carefully installed in your mind from childhood. Think about it. From the very beginning, you were told to apologize even when you weren't wrong, to put others before yourself, to stay quiet because standing up for yourself is rude, to accept mediocrity because everyone's doing their best, to wait for permission before chasing your dreams, to feel guilty for wanting more than others. That's not education. That's programming. And its purpose is to produce compliant, predictable people who never question the system. You see it play out in your daily life. You grab your phone the moment you wake up, letting other people's priorities invade your mind before your own. You agree to commitments you don't want because saying no feels uncomfortable, even though every unnecessary yes steals from your real desires. You downplay your wins so others won't feel bad, punishing yourself for your success. You avoid hard conversations, allowing small problems to evolve into crises. Machiavelli once wrote, "The lion cannot protect himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves." That means you must be the fox to recognize the traps, and the lion to make the wolves fear you. But you were trained to be neither. You were trained to be prey. Every time you avoid confrontation, settle for less, or excuse someone's disrespect, you reinforce that programming. The danger is that it convinces you choosing yourself is selfish, having standards is cruel, and wanting more is greedy. Yet the people who taught you those rules never follow them. The powerful don't rise by constantly yielding. The good news is, once you recognize the system, you can rewrite it. Start questioning everything you were taught about being polite. Ask yourself, does this belief serve my goals or keep me small? When someone tells you to be realistic, ask, are they protecting me or protecting themselves from my potential? And when someone says you've changed, take it as a compliment, because it means you're finally becoming powerful. I'll tell you something that might shock you. In the real world, there are only two kinds of people: those who take what they want, and those who get whatever is left over. Your weaknesses are not private flaws. They are giant neon signs flashing to the world. This person can be manipulated. Look at your workplace. Who rises? The busiest worker or the one who positions themselves strategically? The person who stays late hoping someone notices? Or the person who makes sure their contributions are visible and undeniable? Success follows perception and positioning as much as it follows effort. Look at your relationships. Who holds the power? The one who cares more, or the one who is willing to walk away? The person who accepts poor treatment because they fear loneliness, or the person who knows their worth and demands respect? Power is awarded where it cannot be taken for granted. What happens when you show weakness? People test your limits. They push a little further each time to see what you'll tolerate. Your ideas get ignored in meetings because others assume you won't push back. Your time is treated as less valuable because you never defend it. Your goals are mocked or minimized because no one expects you to fight for them. Here's the hard truth. People don't respect what they can easily control. They respect what they cannot. Machiavelli put it plainly. It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. That is not a call to cruelty. It is a call to set boundaries so firm they carry consequences. Being feared does not mean inspiring terror. It means your standards are non-negotiable and everyone knows you will enforce them. When people fear the consequence of crossing you, they think twice before wasting your time. They weigh their words before stepping over your line. They value your opinion because they know you do not hand it out lightly. When you project weakness, you do more than harm yourself. You teach others how to treat you. Each time you accept disrespect, you signal that disrespect has no cost. Your hesitation becomes their leverage. Your fear becomes their control. Worst of all, once people realize they can manipulate you, respect evaporates. Even if they profit from your weakness, they secretly despise it. Now do this. Affirm in the comments, I choose respect over approval, strength over comfort. Comfort is the enemy of greatness. Most people choose the safe road, the predictable one, the path that shields them from their fears. And that's exactly why they stay trapped in lives they secretly resent. Comfort breeds weakness because it eliminates the need to grow. When everything comes easy, you never build the strength to face life's real battles. Look around you. How many people are living the exact same life they were 5 years ago? Same job, same problems, same excuses, same limits. That's not bad luck. That's comfort at work. But comfort always demands a price. Your potential dies in comfort. Every day you take the easy route, you choose to stay small. Your skills fade in comfort. Just like muscles weaken without resistance, your mind atrophies when it isn't tested. Avoiding challenge destroys competence. Your confidence shrinks in comfort. Real confidence comes from doing hard things and surviving them. If you only do what's easy, you begin to doubt your own strength. Your opportunities vanish in comfort. Every great opportunity carries risk and uncertainty. Those who avoid discomfort also avoid transformation. Machiavelli once said, "Whoever wishes to foresee the future must consult the past, for human events always resemble those that preceded them." The pattern never changes. Those who run from discomfort today create greater pain for themselves tomorrow. The person who avoids hard conversations ends up in relationships that erode their self-worth. The one who dodges career risks watches younger, hungrier people rise above them. The one who avoids physical strain ends up with a body that can't carry their ambitions. The one who avoids emotional pain builds a life that's safe but empty. Every successful person you admire shares one trait. They've learned to be comfortable being uncomfortable. They make the scary calls. They face the hard talks. They take the leap everyone else fears. They invest in themselves when it feels impossible. They start before they feel ready. While most people choose comfort, they choose growth. The more you embrace discomfort in service of your purpose, the more peace you find. Because you develop the confidence and skill to handle anything life throws at you. Now say it in the comments. I embrace discomfort as the price of my evolution. Let me expose the 4 biggest lies that keep you powerless. Lie 1. Good things come to those who wait. Wrong. Good things come to those who act. While you sit around waiting for the right moment, someone else is already taking what was supposed to be yours. Time doesn't reward patience. It rewards boldness. Lie 2. Everyone deserves respect. False. Respect must be earned, not handed out like candy. When you give respect to those who haven't earned it, you quietly devalue yourself. You teach people that your respect is cheap, and once they learn that, they stop valuing it. Lie 3. Just be yourself and people will like you. Another fantasy. The wrong version of you will attract the wrong people. The real version of you, the one with standards, strength, and clarity, might make some people uncomfortable. Good. That means you're becoming someone they cannot manipulate. Lie 4. Everything happens for a reason. No. Things happen because of choices, yours or someone else's. Believing everything is meant to be turns you into a spectator in your own life. Machiavellian realism teaches us that outcomes are built, not gifted by fate. Machiavelli once said, "Everyone sees what you appear to be." but few know what you are. Believing these lies is a subtle form of weakness. Each one exists to keep you passive, waiting, and dependent on others for your success. The truth is harder, but it is the only path to power. Now say it in the comments. I reject comfortable lies and embrace uncomfortable truths. This is where most people fail. They make decisions based on emotion, then scramble to justify them with logic. Successful people do the opposite. They make decisions based on logic, then manage their emotions around those decisions. When someone disrespects you, your emotions say, "Get angry." Your calculation should ask, which reaction serves my long-term interest best? When someone offers you an opportunity, your emotions whisper, "What if I fail?" Your calculation should ask, what is the real risk compared to the potential reward? When someone tries to manipulate you, your emotions say, maybe they're right. Your calculation should ask, what are they trying to gain from me? Emotional decision-making destroys your power in ways you rarely notice. You react instead of respond. Reaction is automatic and often self-destructive. Response is intentional and strategic. You decide based on how you feel in the moment, rather than what will serve you in the long term. Feelings shift by the hour, but consequences can last for years. You become predictable. When people know how you'll react emotionally, they can trigger those reactions to control you. You waste energy fighting the wrong battles. Emotions make everything feel urgent and important, even when it isn't. Here is how calculation changes everything. Before responding to any situation, ask yourself, what outcome do I truly want here? Before taking any action, consider, how will this decision affect my position 6 months from now? Before confronting difficult people, decide, is this worth my time and energy, or am I just feeding my ego? Machiavelli once said, "The wise man does at once what the fool does at last." The difference is simple. The wise calculate first, then act. The fool reacts first, then suffers the fallout. This does not mean becoming cold or emotionless. It means using your emotions as data, not as your decision-making system. Your emotions tell you what matters. Your calculation tells you how to achieve it. Most people reverse this order. They let their feelings drive their choices and then wonder why their outcomes never change. They respond to disrespect with anger, escalating conflict instead of solving it. They make career choices out of fear instead of opportunity. They stay in toxic relationships because leaving feels frightening, even though staying guarantees prolonged pain. Now say it in the comments. I am the master of my emotions, not their slave. This is the shift that changes everything. The moment you become too attached to any outcome, you lose the power to influence it. Why? Because attachment makes you predictable, and predictable people are easy to control. When you crave someone's approval, they own you. When you desperately want a specific job, the employer holds all the leverage. When you need a relationship to work at all costs, the other person knows they can mistreat you without consequence. Strategic detachment means you aim for the best outcome, but prepare for every possible one. Machiavelli once said, "The promise given was a necessity of the past. The broken promise is a necessity of the present." That is a warning. You must always have a backup plan. Never place yourself in a position where another person's decision can destroy your strategy. Always have a plan B, a plan C, and a plan D. When you are not desperate, your judgment sharpens. When you are not needed, your value rises. When you are not attached to the outcome, you finally gain the freedom to act in ways that produce it. Detachment is not apathy. It is power under control. It allows you to move with clarity instead of fear. Now say it in the comments. My peace comes from within, not from external validation. This is the final lesson, and it is the most important one. Never explain yourself to people who are determined to misunderstand you. Never justify your decisions to those who will never bear their consequences. Never apologize for taking up space in a world that needs what you have to offer. You are not here to make others comfortable with your success. You are not here to shrink so that others can feel bigger. You are not here to apologize for wanting more from life. Machiavelli once said, "It is not titles that honor men, but men that honor titles." Your worth is not defined by what others think of you. It is defined by what you do with the time you have been given. Become the kind of person who does not need to declare their power. People can feel it. Become the kind of person who does not need to prove their worth. Their results make it undeniable. Become the kind of person who does not need to defend their choices. Their success defends them. When you truly embody power, you no longer need to appear powerful. When you truly live with confidence, you do not need to convince anyone of it. When you truly become successful, you no longer need to seek validation. You become the consequence others must face, not through force or aggression, but through the undeniable reality of who you have chosen to become. Today, you have learned that weakness is not just a flaw in personality. It is a strategic disadvantage that touches every area of your life. You have uncovered how society programmed weakness into you from childhood, keeping you compliant and predictable. You have seen why comfort is the enemy of growth, and why embracing discomfort is the only way to evolve. You have exposed the 4 lies that keep most people powerless for life. You have learned how to replace emotional reactions with strategic calculation. You have discovered the strength of detachment and why desperation destroys your leverage. And finally, you have learned how to become the consequence, the person whose presence shifts the energy of every room they enter. This is not about becoming cold or cruel. It is about becoming powerful, strategic, and unshakable in the pursuit of the life you deserve. If this message helped you see your weakness in a new light, hit like and follow for more life-changing truths. And remember, your weakness is not your identity. It is only a habit you have the power to change. Start today.